now, though, right?
Yeah,
So
because I think it could definitely be like, because if you were like a new artist and maybe you're coming from being like, a regular person, like you're getting into these spaces and they're like, okay, well, this is fashion. Like, this is the stylist and like the designer coming to you. Like, okay, well, we got this super dope collection we want you to wear on this front page magazine. You're about to get like. But knowing that things are more than what they seem, like knowing that there is always kind of a deeper agenda, because at the end of the day, like when it comes to this media, there are certain ways they want things portrayed for sure. Like, so I don't know. It is some back and forth. I can
Yeah.
see both
I honestly
sides.
don't really see anything wrong with this because I mean, I can understand other people's perspectives about, the agenda and things like that, but I also see a lot of fashion content on my timelines. And okay, look, that's a valid point right there. And I didn't know it was for Valentine's Day. I personally think this is a well put together image. Like everything is cohesive. Like it looks good to me, and even the pose. Like, yeah, it may not be like standard, but for the setting and for the feminine energy that's coming on through this picture, it's giving to me. Like I like it. I mean, I wouldn't say like, I would expect men to just dress like this, but for a magazine cover for like photo
Groups,
shoots and
and
things
then it
like
was
that.
interesting because when you did describe the cover, you like described it as feminine twice, and he's a man.
Because that's what everyone is
I'm like,
saying. That's
yeah.
why
what?
I'm describing it that way. But I'm saying as far as it goes, like I when I saw this picture, I wasn't thinking like, okay. Like I was like, okay, like I see the vision. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it was also for Valentine's Day, it's like, okay, this is appropriate. But I can understand people being uncomfortable with things, but I just think, I guess because I have also eyes in the younger generations as well. Like this doesn't seem too far fetched. Like because that's where a lot of the focus is. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of like attention trying to be grabbed from the younger and Gen Z generations. Like that's what they're trying to get. Like because they're the ones that are consuming the majority of this media. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it's necessarily a certain like gender, not gender, but like race or nationality. I think it's more so like just like
But
certain
then I know
age
some
groups
people
and
need direction, like whenever they're doing a shoot. So I feel, but this doesn't even look like it would have needed direction. This seems like to go this far. It seems like that would have been him. So I feel like on one hand, if it's like make sure you pose like this, like pucker your lips, like if it's that intentional, then like of course that's strange. Like what's your intention? But if, like this is just how he's coming, then what do you do? Like if that's just like he moved into that pose, and like what do you do? And when I initially saw it, I just thought, oh, okay, like he has a new movie coming out, which I was thinking Creed. I didn't even realize he was in the Ant-Man. So I was just thinking it makes sense that he's on the cover. That was like my initial thought, and like kept scrolling. But like I feel like when people like get into the like they're trying to emasculate people like men, like what, like I don't understand how like that could actually happen. It, like because you're gonna be who you are, period. It's not like any like seeing an image will actually make you, at least in my opinion. Like who knows, maybe some people like see images and then like okay, but ultimately I feel like if like if this is how he's coming and it's just how he's coming, it's not like that's like me being given the benefit of the doubt. Like if this is actually him, and like it's not about like actually affecting people. But if it is like the industry, like saying make sure you cross your legs, make sure your lips are puckered, then that's the whole thing of
First
its
thing, the
own.
whole thing about the conversation, it was just I hate when people always try to just bring up the emasculating or demasculating of like men just when they like they said embrace their femininity. Like I feel like we all got both energies, and you gotta have like a good balance, not necessarily equal balance, but you gotta have like a nice balance of just both energies. And I feel like this image was like a great example of a masculine man just embracing a little. Even though the whole photo shoot was just a cosplay of an anime character who in the anime is this brawly man who had like a feather jacket on, and he was posed just like that. Um, so that was another thing. Like people just didn't do their research. Like if they really know, they know. But then again, I just feel like I don't get where people were saying like he's taken away from masculinity, like when he's presenting it and he's presenting a little bit of femininity. Like he's got these muscles just poking, and I don't know what it was, like what's the cross legs that they saying like he emasculating them, like, but I've seen a lot of
No, men cross their legs.
yeah, I'm like, so what part of it, like, is just the lips? I mean, like that man just poke his lips out like that. Like if you go to any other photo shoot, his lips always poked, or maybe people don't think like maybe it's because his head was tilted, so he
always like that.
A lot of pictures, his lips look like that.
Okay, well, shit. All right.
Some similar types of poses, but no, like I did see the thing about the anime character too. People talking about, this is just like a little cosplay thing, and that's what I definitely think that's a great explanation of it, Torian, though, just like saying that I see the masculinity kind of popping out, but I don't think there's anything wrong with portraying a softer image sometimes, because maybe he is buff and strong, but like he might be a sweet ass person, like in reality, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, when you say hold on,
No, don't even do that, Roy. No, I'm talking about
I'm
like
making sure for your sake.
talking about like maybe he's not as macho as y'all think he is. Just because he got muscles don't mean he's macho like people think. Like obviously he had, I mean, not to say that, I don't know what the situation was, but I feel like he could have turned down these shoots as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, Yante was saying about like, I would definitely try to maybe take a little bit of a creative direction, kind of make some adjustments here and there. Like, I mean, with him and the attention that he's been getting, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they would probably be willing to work with him at least, if he had some concerns about things. But he seems like he's in his element to me. He seems like he's in his element when it comes to these photo shoots in any setting personally. When I see him, I'm like, okay, like, I don't think I've really seen much with him in. I might have seen one movie with him in it. But like that in itself, I was like, he looks like he's in his element when it comes to these photo shoots. So that's why I'm like, I see the video.